I was going to just film a ride through today. Show you what my city looks like. Nothing fancy, just riding around and let you see the streets, the buildings, the way people move around. But as I was riding, a question kept coming back to me. A question I get from foreigners all the time. And I realized this might be something interesting than just a normal city tour. That is, why are there almost no homeless people in China? And before I answer that, I wanted to say something important, something I don't think gets said enough. China is not a paradise. It's not a hell either. It's a developing country that's growing fast. That's good. There's good here. There's bad here, like everywhere else. If all you see about China is price, that's propaganda. If all you see is criticism, that's also propaganda. That's the real China I live in every day is somewhere in between. Some things work well, some things don't. That's just life. So, with that in mind, let me give you a neutral, practical answer to the question. Why are there so few homeless people visible in Chinese streets? I'll give you four main reasons. Reason one, community management. China has a very detailed, very local system of community management. Every neighborhood, every block has workers who know the residents. They keep track of who lives where, who's new, who might need help. If someone is sleeping on the street for one or 2 days, officials will come. They'll talk to them, find out what's going on, offer help, encourage them to go to a shelter. Sometimes they even buy them a bus ticket home. It's not perfect. Some people refuse help, but the system does reach people quickly. Reason 2, government shelters. Most cities in China have public shelters. They are not luxury, they are basic: food, a bed, a roof, but they exist. For many people living on the street, it's not that they don't want to work. They hit a rough patch, lost job, medical emergency, separate from family. The shelters offer a bridge, a temporary place to rest, get back on your feet, figure out the next step. Is the system perfect? No, but it works for a lot of people. Reason 3, a strong family social safety net. This is the most important reason, and it's the one outsiders don't really see. In China, almost everyone has a backup plan, a fallback, a place to go. It's called going back to your hometown, 回老家. If you lose your job in the city, you don't have to stay on the streets. You go back to your hometown. It might be a small town, maybe a village, fewer opportunities, but it's still somewhere. A roof, food, family. And if someone truly hits rock bottom, loses their jobs, runs out of money, there is almost always someone who will help: a parent, a sibling, a cousin, a village network. It's not government policy, it's culture, it's expectations. You help your family helps you. That social safety net catches a lot of people before they ever end up on the street. Reason 4, shame, the unspoken driver. This one is very real in China, and it's rarely talked about. There's a strong cultural sense of shame around being homeless. Not because being poor is shameful, but because being seen as someone who can't take care of themselves is deeply embarrassing. For many Chinese people, the worst thing isn't losing money, it's losing face, 丢面子. If you end up on the street, people will ask, Where is your family? Why aren't they help you? What happened to you? That kind of judgment, that kind of social pressure is heavy. It pushes people to do almost anything before they let themselves become homeless. It's not about pride, it's about community, about being seen as someone who still belongs somewhere. Does that mean there are zero homeless people in China? No. You still see them sometimes on the bridges, near train stations, in big cities, late at night. But the number is much lower than in cities of the same size in Western countries. But that's wrong noticing. And that's worth noticing, not as a statement that one system is better than another, but as a real difference in how society works. One more thing. When you are looking at China from outside, it's easy to get caught in a trap. One source tells you China is amazing, another tells you China is terrible. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. If something sounds too bad to be true, it probably is too. The real China is complicated. Some things it does well, some things it could do better. It's not a fairy tale. It's not a disaster. It's just a country full of people trying to live their lives. If you want to understand the real China, follow me. Drop your question in the comments. I read them and answer them. And follow me if you want the real pictures. See you the next one.